Everyone has a moment where life changes for them. It may come in a phone call, a diagnosis, an event that divides your life into before and after that event. The question is, how do you handle those crises? And can you help someone else going through a tough time in their life? Our next guest knows from personal experience. He's Jerry White. He lost his leg in a landmine accident 24 years ago and has since traveled the world sharing his story of survival. And he shares those crucial life lessons in a beautiful new book. It is called I Will Not Be Broken, and You Will Not. Jerry, it's good to meet you.
Amen.
Amen. Amen to that. 20 years ago, you were 20 years old when the accident happened.
Exactly.
You were camping in Israel?
I took my junior year abroad from college, went to Israel thinking I could walk in the footsteps of the prophets and it would be safe. Went camping and boom, entered an unmarked minefield, stepped on a landmine, lost my leg, and spent 6 months undergoing surgeries in Israeli hospitals.
That is something, it takes my breath away, you know, to be that young and something like that, and it happens in a summer and you're not expecting.
But I think it's what all of us face at some point.
It is.
Your date, the phone call, a diagnosis, a lost relationship. Mine happened to be a date where I lost a limb in an explosive moment. But actually, I'm not alone. You're not alone. There are survivors all around the world that we're connecting with.
My mom always says we all have something. You know, there's always something that has happened to us and how we deal with it. And I'm glad that you said that there are survivors all around us, but because those that tend to be in the public's eye, we tend to quote them more. But we should know there are people like that all around us.
Exactly. And we have the icons of Nelson Mandela, Desmond Tutu,
Sure.
all the wonderful people and leaders that we look up to. On the other hand, it's everyone in your neighborhood, next door, you know, all around us, as you say, that are overcoming challenges, overcoming traumatic moments. That's our business, is actually learning how to turn victims into survivors and active citizens who learn to give again in their communities.
And you say there are 5 in particular ways to do that. And the first one, face facts.
Yeah, it's a recipe for resilience. You got to start with the tough facts. This awful thing has happened. I lost my leg. I'm not a starfish. It's not growing back. Just like my hair's not growing back. Like that's traumatic too. But you got to face those facts.
And then choose life, you said, is number 2.
Choose life. It has a spiritual component, faith, wanting hope or another day. Just being able to believe that. Very important.
I did a piece recently with the Chapman, Stephen Curtis Chapman, and his family, and that's something that they said over and over again about choosing life. Reach out.
Reaching out. When I was in the hospital, there was a woman, in fact, who was a friend of my family and wrote to me a letter about how she had lost her breast to breast cancer. And she said, well, maybe you understand this. I think you might, because you've lost your leg. That was one of the most powerful letters, was connecting me in Israel, having lost a leg to a landmine in active violence and war, with someone back in the United States and a family friend who knew exactly what it felt like to be scarred.
We all have something. We do have those things that connect us. That may be, you know, like you said, yours was a leg,
Right.
hers was a breast, but it's something that really...
Well, no one survives alone, and like in your case as well, survivorship means you're doing it in a village. That isolation will kill you, so
It
you
certainly
can't
will.
stay a victim and get isolated.
And you say get moving. That's number 4.
Well, that's
get
it.
moving.
No one can do it for you. You wish someone would do your physical therapy or rehab for you, but you got to do your own survivor sit-ups, and motion, movement. Getting out of the house today is essential.
And the last, give back.
That's the secret sauce of the recipe for resilience, and it's what we teach all around the world, that survivors at Survivor Corps are able to reach out and give again. And therein you learn not just to survive your explosive moment, your date, your trauma, but actually you begin to thrive. So that's the Survivor Pledge. We encourage everyone to go online, survivorcorps.org, join the movement by sharing your story, giving back, and helping other survivors who might be less fortunate than you.
And you can help other survivors, as you said, and as Princess Diana said, by just showing up. You just show up.
Princess Diana had a wonderful gift of compassion, and she was the one who taught me, go to the front line of people's pain, care enough to show up, and listen, survivor to survivor. And that's what Survivor Corps is all about.
I see it in your eyes. This is something that you're passionate about, and you're helping people, Jerry.
Survivor to survivor, I can't agree more.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you can read an excerpt of Jerry's book on our website. Again, the title of the book is I Will Not Be Broken. Our website, abcnews.com. We'll be right back. We're going to talk some more.
Thanks, Rob.